Hello, everyone, and thank you so much for joining me this evening for Mindful Monday. Tonight, we are going to be reading the book, It's the Great Pumpkin by Charlie Brown. It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown by Charles Schulz. Charlie Brown was raking leaves. Lucy was holding a football, and Linus was inspecting the pumpkin patch. It could mean only one thing. What do you think that is? That it's fall? Yes, that's a good answer. And autumn? Yes, that's another word for fall. Very good. But what's coming up tomorrow? What's the big day for tomorrow? Oh, I just heard it. That's right. Halloween is almost here. Now, back inside, Linus started writing his yearly letter to the Great Pumpkin. Dear Great Pumpkin, I'm looking forward to your arrival on Halloween night. I hope you will bring me lots of presents. There he is, really happy. Oh, good grief. Who are you writing to, Linus? Asked Charlie Brown. Why, it's the Great Pumpkin, Linus replied. On Halloween night, the Great Pumpkin rises out of the pumpkin patch and flies through the air with his bag of toys for all of the children. Oh, you must be crazy, said Charlie Brown. He looks confused by Linus, doesn't he? The rest of the Peanuts gang thought the Linus was crazy too. Oh, but Charlie Brown's little sister, Sally, was very interested in the Great Pumpkin. Not to mention, she was very interested in Linus too. You can tell by the little hearts and the way she's smiling at him. Wouldn't you like to sit with me in the pumpkin patch on Halloween night and wait for the Great Pumpkin? Linus asked. Oh, I'd love to do that, Linus, replied Sally, batting her eyes. When the mail came, there was a surprise for Charlie Brown. I got an invitation to a Halloween party, he exclaimed. It's the invitation to Violet's party, right? Asked Lucy. If you got an invitation, it was a mistake. There were two lists, one to invite and one to not invite. Charlie Brown was embarrassed. He decided that he was just going to go ahead and go to that Halloween party anyhow. And he could hardly wait. Look at how happy he is. So, on Halloween night, Charlie Brown met up with his friends. Lucy wore a witch mask. Charlie Brown's costume looked a little bit funny. It was covered in big black eye holes. And do you know why? It's because he got a little carried away with the scissors. Look at that. Just then, Snoopy passed by wearing a long scarf, goggles, and an aviator cap. There he goes. It's the World War I flying ace, said Charlie Brown. Oh, geez, now I've heard everything. Lucy sighed. All right, everybody, let's go trick-or-treating and then to Violet's house for that big party. But the World War I flying ace ignored her. He had to go on a very important mission. goes. Oh, I can't wait to see what his mission is. I bet it has to do with an airplane. The World War I flying ace climbed into the cockpit of his Sopwith Camel airplane. It was up to him to find the Red Baron and bring him down. He flew through the sky, firing at his targets. Suddenly, the Sopwith Camel was hit. Oh no! The plane started smoking and spiraling through the air. It landed with a loud crash. Oh no. Now the World War I flying ace would have to continue his mission on foot. He crept through the French countryside, slinking through the bushes and wading through a lake. There he is. As the kids passed the pumpkin patch, they saw Linus waiting for the great pumpkin. You blockhead, you're going to miss all the fun, just like last year, Lucy groaned. Oh boy, Sally was torn. Should she go trick-or-treating or wait for the great pumpkin with Linus? Suddenly, she ran back to the pumpkin patch. I'm glad you came back, Sally, Linus said. Each year, the great pumpkin rises out of the pumpkin patch that he thinks is the most sincere. At the first house they reached, everyone yelled, tricks or treats, money or eats. Then they compared their haul. I got 5 pieces of candy, yelled Lucy. I got a chocolate bar, Violet cried. I got a quarter, Patty said happily. Charlie Brown peered into his bag. Ugh, I got a rock. And that is what happened at every single house. While the rest of his friends got treats like candy bars, cookies, gum, and popcorn balls, Charlie Brown's bag filled up with rocks. There it is. Oh no, that bag must have been so heavy. Come on, let's get going, said Lucy in her bossy voice. It's time for a Halloween party. As the kids passed the pumpkin patch, they laughed at Linus and Sally. Uh-oh. The great pumpkin will be here, Linus knows. Just exactly what he's talking about, hollered Sally. Then she turned to Linus. All right, where is he? He'll be here, Linus promised. I hope so, Sally replied grumpily. Just think of all the fun that we're missing. Oh, she's not very happy. Uh-oh. But at the Halloween party, Charlie Brown didn't think Sally and Linus were really missing anything at all. The other kids wanted him to model for their jack-o'-lantern, so they drew a big pumpkin face on the back of his head. Oh, poor Charlie Brown. Then the kids bobbed for apples. But when Lucy nabbed an apple, she was disgusted to find the World War I flying ace on the other side of it. Oh no, my lips have been touched by dog lips, she howled. The World War I flying ace was in consulted. He slunk out the door to continue his mission. If anyone had told me I'd be waiting in a pumpkin patch on Halloween night, I'd have said they were just crazy, Sally grumbled. Then she and Linus heard a rustling noise, and a dark figure appeared before them. What's that? Linus exclaimed. It's the great pumpkin! He's rising up out of the pumpkin patch. In all the excitement, Linus just fainted. Oh no. But it actually wasn't the great pumpkin at all. It was indeed the World War I flying ace on his imaginary mission. It was Snoopy. What happened? Did he leave us any toys? Linus asked as he sat up. Sally was furious. I was robbed, she yelled. Halloween is over, and I've missed it. She stormed out of the pumpkin patch, leaving Linus alone to wait for the great pumpkin. There she goes. In the middle of the night, Lucy woke up and realized Linus was still in waiting for the great pumpkin. She found him asleep, shivering under his blanket. Lucy brought her little brother home and tucked him into bed. Well, another Halloween has come and gone, Charlie Brown said the next day. Don't take it too hard that the great pumpkin never showed up. Just wait till next year. Charlie Brown, I'll find a pumpkin patch that is a real sincere pumpkin patch. And I'll sit in that pumpkin patch until the great pumpkin appears, said Linus. There he is, right there. Charlie Brown and Linus. Linus is like, I will do it. Charlie Brown's like, oh, brother. So there we go. There's the end of our book. And I hope everyone has fun tomorrow on Halloween when they're tricking and treating. Bye, guys. See you next Monday.